Hello, we're trying something a little new on the channel. Got some tabletop simulator open, and we're going to start a single player playthrough of the Pirate Lords of the Arturi Cluster campaign. So if you're not familiar with the X-Wing miniatures game, it has a cooperative campaign called Heroes of the Arturi Cluster and a cooperative campaign for the Empire called Flight Group Alpha. These are all available. There's some additional expansions, whatnot, like Ground Assault for them. But all this is available in Tabletop Simulator, and there is a Scum and Villany campaign I am actually the author of that utilizes a lot of the pre-existing components and mission setups for Scum and Villany, and some additional custom ships and upgrades and whatnot. You can search Pirate Lords of the Arturi Cluster online and you'll probably find the rule set. It is currently still in development. The core is there, most of the missions are fleshed out, but it still needs playtesting and balancing. The guys over at Recon Paint Gaming are graciously playtesting the campaign with 5 people, but it also needs playtest with different numbers of ships. I'm trying to do it as a single player campaign with 3 ships, 3 pilots. It's got 8 different starting careers each of your pilots can choose. I am doing a playthrough with the Demolitions career, which starts in a ugly called the HotAC with an improvised bomb rack. It lets you drop a thermal detonator, but the drop is randomized as whether it will go left, right, or straight out the back of your ship. Also, as an ugly, this has the patchwork ship hazard, where every damage card you, well, okay, it didn't load the new card, or I didn't put the new card in. This is the actual patchwork ship hazard here. With some playtesting, we determined that this one was too much of a pain for the players, and so we ended up going, we're trying out new upgrade where every damage card after the first, you roll an attack die on a hit or a crit, that is going to be treated as a crit. This is going to be the Gambler. He starts in the TIE Wing Ugly with a Scavenge Shield Generator, so it gives it a shield, and it's a Alyssa upgrade. But when you get hit, you roll a die and you get an Ion token if the die comes up as hit. And then we have the Miner. The Miner starts in the Mining Guild tie, the modified tie with no upgrades, and we'll get some different bonuses. Now, the different careers determine which pilot abilities they can get when they level up. Right now, they have no abilities. They just have these starting ships with the starting upgrades, and we're going to start with the very first mission in the campaign, which is called Vape Bait. Your job... Oh, I didn't finish doing the setup. So your job is to sort of bait in... Oh, that is not what I want to grab. Bait in the patrol escort for some friends of yours to basically loot a convoy that they were protecting. So we're gonna go back, and with 3... Oh, alright, let's lock these down. With 3 pirate units, it starts, the first wave is 1 TIE fighter, the next wave is another single TIE fighter, the third wave is a TIE interceptor, fourth wave is 2 TIE fighters, and the last wave is another TIE interceptor. Your goal is to stay on the board as long as possible and then escape off this board edge, because none of your starting ships have hyperdrives. These are all, well, yeah, the ties don't have hyperdrive, and the uglies do not have hyperdrives either. This one is just a really rough model with no skin, because I am not a 3D artist, and the model is terrible. So getting it down to a model that can get a skin on it is difficult. This one, I spent a little time and a couple of bucks getting someone else to. I made the model really rough, like tie wing model, and I paid someone else a little bit of money to skin it so that, yeah, because originally all of the pilots outside of the mining, or all of the careers outside of the mining guild career started in this, and so I wanted it, if people were going to use the mod and play it, I wanted it to look nice, at least for that ship. But with the playtesting, we added a little more flavor to the starting careers, so about half of them start in this now, and then another half start one in here, one in here, one in the organizer, I believe, starts in the escape craft. So yeah, all right. Also, side note, I am no expert at the X-Wing miniatures game or a tabletop simulator. I'm going to do some things out of order and the rules wrong, just because keeping track of everything can be a little difficult. And I'm going to do some things that are, not necessarily the smartest moves. But for now, we're going to set up our opening sequence here. I'm going to move him just a hair forward and him just a hair forward, so he's not hanging off the board. And we'll put him right behind him. And then we'll also get our Y tie right over here. A little bit more information about the uglies. The Y tie flies with the lambda shuttle dial. The tie wing flies with the Y wing dial. And the TIE fighter flies as normal. So then also we've got our AI ship cards for our opponents. And we're going to get underway. All right, so turn one, we've got this TIE fighter over here. Our mission is to deal at least 3 damage, spread out as, in any sort of way, 1 damage per pilot across the opposing ships, and then escape after turn 4. But the longer we can stay in without getting destroyed, the more money we make from keeping this patrol busy while our friends are looting some freighters. So our Y tie is just going to do a nice 2 straight. Our mining guild sentry is going to blast on in with 4, and the pirate recruit is going to follow up behind him with a 3. And already I am showing the thing. I think I have it so that at initiative 1 versus the Empire, we would move first. So we'll go ahead and move. We'll take the move that over there. Take the focus action. We will move our bomb dropping tool up here so we don't accidentally click on it. We're going to move our mining guild sentry next, and we're going to take the evade action just because I don't think we're going to be in range, but we want to keep that safe. Also, we can ignore asteroids with the miners, so we could just fly up the middle here and then like barrel roll onto I don't know if barrel rolls work like that. I'll have to double check the rules on that. So this, and we'll take focus action for the gambler. Alright, now we do the AI's move. So for the AI, let's take a look at his arc. The closest enemy is in his front left arc in the front at range greater than 4. So we're going to be using this chart here, but reversed. We roll a d6, we get a 6. He's going to go 4 straight. So we set him 4 straight, flip him over. Oh, we gotta move. Alright. There is some stuff about what's it called? Can we barrel roll to get a shot? I think we would barrel roll. You would barrel roll left to try and get a shot here. I think that would give him a range 3 shot, yeah, in the bullseye. Or we'll undo the barrel roll and check if he has a shot. Yeah, he won't have a shot, but so he'll barrel roll left following the action select to give himself a shot. That was his action. He will not get any focus evades, etc. So we're really glad we took the evade there, because now we're going to combat. And he's got the range 3 shot at the Mind Guild tie, so it's going to be 2 dice at range 3 for the TIE Fighter. He's going to hit crit, and he's got 3 evade dice, so we get the range 3 bonus of an extra evade die, plus our evade. We should be fine here. Yeah, 2 evades, no damage dealt by the Academy Pilot, and now we get a chance to shoot back. He's going to have a shot. Also range 3 into 4 dice. Only 1 hit, and we don't have a focus because we took the evade. And he got 1 evade, which kind of expected outcome. There's nothing happening here. These 2 guys are not going to be in range. So we get rid of all our tokens, and we're going to advance the turn to turn 2. And we still haven't done any damage. Alright, so we can keep charging into him, or we could fly through an asteroid. But I think we're going to keep advancing up the board for now. We'll slow him down, try and get a point blank shot, and we will follow up behind him with the TIE Wing. Meanwhile, we will try a 2 bank to go around this asteroid with the demo guy. I am not very good at visually measuring, so we may end up crashing into the asteroid here. Alright, let's go ahead and make our moves. Do that. We'll take the focus so we can get some damage down. We'll go ahead and move in behind with there. We'll take a focus with the TIE Wing. And we'll try our 2 bank. Oh, nice. It just fit. And we will take a focus with the TIE Wing as well. Alright. So now we check where he is. He's range 2 closing in the bullseye. So we're going to be using range 2 closing. We're going to be using this chart right here. We rolled a 3. We're going to be a 2 bank to the left. Alright. So we see where his 2 bank left. Oh, it puts him right in front of the asteroid. So close, literally a micropixel away. And because he has an asteroid right in front of him, he's gonna roll to evade it. I don't think it has it on here. But there's a additional rule for, like, if there's an asteroid right in your face, you're gonna try and avoid it. So we'll go forward, and check his attack arc. Alright, he doesn't have anything in his arc. He was rolling to avoid the asteroids. Let's see. We'll go ahead and flip him over. And let's see if our player ships have any shots. Alright, Mining Guild Ty has a range 2 shots. This could be 2 into 3. The shot, he's got the focus. He's going to spend, try and do a damage. And we'll see if we can get him to blank out. Oh, and he doesn't have a focus because he had to barrel roll away from the asteroid, so he is going to take 1 damage. We are that much closer to our mission objective. Alright, so that's him. Go for the tie wing. He has, ooh, just a clear shot right there. Counting pilot at range 3, but it's unobstructed, so it's going to be 2 into 4 dice. It's gonna see what we got. We got one focus. Oop, we're gonna spend it to get a hit and hope he blinks out again so we can land some more damage. Nope, he got the evade. He got 2 evades, so no damage for the tie wing. Oh, I also need to keep track. We did 1 damage with the miner. There is different actions and things you do will gain you XP, and doing damage to enemy ships is one of them. Let's go ahead and check. I don't think the Y-tie has him in range. Yeah, he's just shy of having him in range. So he's going to be done. And we will advance to turn 3. Now in turn 3, another TIE fighter comes on the board. Let me get my rulers back on. Coming in at vector 4, which is right here. I think I probably should start the other one back closer to the board edge as a single tie. It doesn't have to be super precise. Let's move his up and move that one up and place it. Alright. So now we've got 2 ties on the board and things are only going to get worse. We've still got to do 2 more damage before we flee in order to get full rewards for the mission. So let's set our dials and see what we can do. Alright, we gotta remember the Mining Guild tie can kind of ignore the asteroids. So he can do a sharp 1 because we don't care if we hit this. Our tie wing, on the other hand, probably can do his 4K, or let's see, he probably needs to continue going straight. 3, and he can kind of bank 2. That should put him right about there. He's going to turn in sharp here to hopefully keep him in arc, and he will be heading up so he can turn around and come back. Alright, so let's go ahead and make our moves. Got our sharp 1 here. We do not care about the obstacle with the Mining Guild sentry. He can ignore that, so he's going to go ahead and take a focus. We'll move him up 3 and take a focus as well. And then we will move him up and take a target lock. Yep, and put it here. Alright. So now we see what our opponent ships do. Red has range 2 or range 1 closing. in his position here. So he's going to do a 2 hard right. Or at least he's going to try to. So now he's got a shot. So let's go down through his thing. So if crits, barrel roll, he can't barrel roll to avoid the arc or get a shot, so he's just going to focus. Alright, and then he has in arc, but very far away. So he's going to do a 3 bank to the right. And let's see where he ends up. Yep. We're not going to barrel roll in front of an asteroid, and barrel rolling to the right won't do anything. So he's going to take an evade. Well, actually I should check his arc first. Oh, he has a shot actually, so no, he's not going to take an evade. He is going to take a focus. I did not think he was close enough. Alright, looks like we're going to get shot this round a few times. Red is going to shoot first. He has the Y-tie at range 1. Just got the corner in right there. This is going to hurt a lot. He's 3 dice into 1 dice. Alright. Oh, but he only got 1 hit. Alright. And we get a blink, so the Y-tie loses its shield. He still has his focus for defense. Alright. He's taking his shot. We're going to check yellow's arc. The closest enemy is the Mining Guild Sentry. So he's going to take a 2 dice into 4 dice shot. Double hits. Alright, bad luck for our Mining Guild Sentry. It's not obstructed, unfortunately. But he did get to evade, so he is fine. So only just the shields off the Y-tie. Well, that's kind of dangerous for him because he's got the patchwork ship. So any damage he is taking will be very risky after this. Alright, so the shot for the Mining Guild tie, though, is obstructed because you ignore it while moving, but not while shooting. So, range 1, we're going to be firing 3 dice, but it's going to be into 4 defensive dice because of the obstruction. Alright, and we get 2 focuses, so we spend our focus to get 2 hits. And we roll, and he is safe, unfortunately. Just rolled the natural evasion there. Alright, so Mining Guild Sentry did no damage. Check our TIE Recruit. He has the range 3 shot into the Academy Pilot. Very unlikely to hit, 2 into 4 dice, and the opponent has a focus. And we roll blanks. Really unlucky. Alright. Then I have to roll their defense. So then we have our last shot is going to be our Y-tie, range 1. Okay, so we get the extra attack dice for the range bonus. We have the lock. To reroll any misses, we will spin the lock to reroll those 2 and end up with just the 1 hit, unfortunately. Alright. Now 3 dice with the focus. We're very unlikely to hit here. Yeah, he just got the evade. So the lock did nothing for us. And we did no damage that turn. We are going to turn 4. Okay, so let's plan out our moves a little bit here. We could drop a bomb with the Y-tie, because he is likely to be turning into us, but we move first. So if we move here, drop a bomb, yeah, he's not likely to hit it. Oh, we could full stop, though. with the Y-tie. He does have a stop. It'll stress him, but we might be able to keep the TIE fighter in our arc. I think that's a good idea. We'll do a stop with the Y-tie. We'll turn this Mining Guild Sentry up to help out the TIE wing. He'll do a 1 bank to joust with the TIE fighter, and the Mining Guild Sentry will do a 1 hard to hopefully get 2 shots and maybe be able to take him off the board. Alright, so let's go ahead and do our moves. We do a 1 hard here, and then we will focus. Do our 1 bank. Oop. 1 bank there. And focus. Do you have the shield generator, or the scavenge shield generator on the TIE wing, so he can take a little bit of damage. And then we'll do our stop and take a stress for the TIE wing, or the Y-tie, I mean. Alright, so now it is our opponent's turn. We have the Y-tie has range 1 closing in this arc, so we'll roll our d6. We get a 2. He's going to do a 4K. So we may not have him in arc with that. Yep, we are in some trouble. But he does not get an action because he took a red maneuver. I don't think they get a stress for doing a red maneuver. I think they just can't do an action. I'll have to double check the rules. Right now we're going to do it where they just don't get an action. I think it's something to do with the way the AI works. It's very hard on them if they have stress. All right, we have a bullseye range 2 closing, which we use the inner. The inner. I hope I didn't use the wrong maneuver last time. All right, we use a 5, so he's going to do a 2 straight. All right, yellow is going to do a 2 straight, and he's going to be right in the face. Barrel roll won't get him out. Well, it might get him out of his arc. Let's see. Barrel roll. I don't think it will. We'll cancel that and we'll just take a focus. It's not like super duper important. If it's obvious, do it. If it's not obvious, just take the more obvious action. Alright. So we're going to take a shot with red. He has a range 1 into the TIE wing. This is going to be kind of bad. He's going to roll 3 into 1. Doesn't have a focus O, so blanks out. Did the 4K. Alright, so red took his shot. And yellow is going to take his shot. Bullseye on the TIE wing. 3 dice. Only 1 hit. Okay, and the TIE wing rolling 2 defense dice. Has the focus to yeah, he's gonna take the focus to not take any damage. Alright, now it is our pirate's turn to shoot. So we'll start with the Mining Guild Sentry. He's got a 3 dice shot into the yellow TIE with a focus, so hopefully we can land some damage. Alright, nice. 3 hits. And let's see if he can evade anything. Blanks out. We just wiped him off the board with that. 1, 2, and 3. And with that, we've done enough damage to get out of here with the mission complete. So we'll check the what's it called? The arc for the Y-tie. I don't think anything's an arc. but that's some more XP for them. One for doing a damage, one for destroying a ship. And then, yeah, nothing for the YTI. Okay. So he's still going to stress. And that's going to be the end of turn 4. So now we're on turn 5. We have one more turn until the TIE interceptor shows up. It would probably be in our interest to escape. So we're going to start making maneuvers to get out of here. Is that... yeah, okay. So the TIE wing is going to do a turnaround. The modified TIE is going to do a sharp turn and get turned around as well. And the YTI is going to do a 2-bank to start flaying, but they're going to drop their bomb during the system phase. So, we're going to roll an attack die. We got a hit. So on a hit or crit, use the 1 straight. So it's just going to be a normal bomb drop. Straight 1. Alright, we need a... where's our bombs? Oh, all bombs. It's bomblet, proton, seismic, electro, ion, concussion, thermal detonator. There we go. Alright, there's the thermal detonator. We'll flip his charge. And then we'll start making our maneuvers. So he keeps his stress because he didn't do a blue maneuver. He will flip around and take a stress. No action for the red maneuver. And he will go left and then barrel, or go right and barrel roll right next to the asteroid. Okay. So now, what is our opponent going to do? His closest is the Raider right in front, range 1, fleeing, but it's range 1, so it doesn't matter if it's fleeing. And we will get a 1, so he's going to do a 4K again. Alright. 4K, flew away from the bomb. That's fine. You know, you're kind of gambling there when it's not like a large group, but he doesn't get in action because he did a red maneuver. But now we can move to the, well, toggle range 1, nobody in range 1, so it goes off and doesn't do anything. A little disappointing, but that's how it is sometimes. Alright, range 1 shot onto the YTI. He is in significant danger. Hit, crit. Shields are already down, and he blanks out, so he's going to take a hit and a crit. So 1 hit, and second card is already a crit, so we don't need to roll for Patchwork Ship. Oops. Wounded Pilot. After you perform an action, roll 1 attack die. On a hit or a crit, gain a stress token to action repair this card. Alright. So we've taken some damage on the YTI. It is nearly dead. Let's see if any of our pilots have a shot. We do. We have a range 3 obstructed with the YTI. So he's going to get, oh, a little bit of a lag there. He's going to get 5 dice as a result of this, but we can, you know, Alright, one hit. Very unlikely to do any damage. Yep, he got the evade. Probably won't be using that one again anytime soon. Alright, so that was the tie wing, and then we have the Mining Guild Sentry. Does not have a shot. So that is that. Alright, and we move to turn 6. Turn 6 is one tie interceptor coming in at D6 vector. So vector 3, it's going to be the same vector that the starting tie came in on. Just right here. We've got one tie interceptor. It's right on the edge of the board there. We'll gotta get around here so we can get the right angle. Place the ship. Move that out of the way, and now it's time to bug out. So we want to get a blue bank for the white eye so we can repair the wounded pilot. We want to do a straight with the tie wing. He's probably just going to be, actually, we're going to do a one bank. Might as well disengage with, or engage with the tie interceptor, so that he's going to probably be dead. And we'll do another hard one with the modified tie to try and position ourselves for a shot on red. So we will do our move, which clears the stress, and our action will be to flip the damage card. And we will turn in to clear our stress with the tie wing, and we will take focus, and we will do a hard turn and take a focus with the modified tie. So now we have our AI ships. Oh, he's actually going to behave to go after this one because it's the closest. So, whoop, come on, range 1. 5. He's going to do a 2 bank to the right. No, he's right in the arc. There's no barrel rolling out of the arc or barrel rolling to get in the arc. So he's going to evade, actually. So he's going to be a little hard to hit, but we do have a really good shot on him. Alright, now for the interceptor, range 3, range 2 closing, he's right here. We gotta roll the die, he's in arc, we do a 2 bank towards him. Alright. So he's gonna do the 2 bank. Up, and he's basically in the bullseye. No need to boost or focus. I mean, boost or barrel roll. It's just gonna focus. Alright. So our opponents are gonna shoot first. No shot for him, for the TIE Fighter. The TIE Interceptor has a range 1 shot. This is going to be bad. Alright. 4 die into 2. Oh, he pretty much blanked out. That was really good for us. Oh no, and we blanked out, so took a crit on the shield. but this is an improvised shield, or a scavenge shield upgrade, so we lost our shield. We need to roll an attack die to see if we gain an ion token. We got a crit. It only happens on hits, not on crits, so we do not gain the ion token. Gambler's luck coming in. Good. So we just lost the shield on the tie wing, and that is all of our opponent's ships. So now it is our turn. All right, the White-Eye does not have a shot on anybody. He is trying to get off the board as fast as he can. Alright, the tie wing has the range 1 shot on the tie interceptor, so he's going to be rolling 3 die. Whoa, why did it zoom in? I scrolled 3 into 3, and we're both focused, but that's advantage us because the attack die have more hit chances. Alright, hit crit. And of course he rolls 2 evades, so nothing went on there. And then lastly we have the Mining Guild tie, range 1 into the red TIE fighter, which is also going to be 3 on 3. Yep. So we have 3. Ooh, natural hits. We would have liked that more on the TIE interceptor, but we'll take it here. And he uses his evade to make that an evade and takes 1 damage. Alright, so 1 extra damage card on red. And we are going to turn 7. Oh, also we need to gain 1 XP for damage for the Mining Guild tie. He has been doing all the damage so far. All 5 points of damage have been done by him. He doesn't have a bigger gun than the others, but he does have a little more maneuverability and ability to, place the shots. Also, we kind of missed with our bomb for our raider. Alright, turn 7, nothing. Next turn we will get more reinforcements, so it's time to get out of here. Our raider is going to head off the board as fast as he can. Our tie wing is going to take a hard turn and also try and head off the board. And our other tie, we could try and, we're going to try and stay on the board a little bit longer and make some more money. We're going to take a hard turn and then kind of like hang out on the edge so we can just get off when we want. So let's go ahead and get on the asteroid. And then we will take a focus, just in case he makes a blunder and ends up in front of us. We want to make a hard left here, and we will take... we're probably gonna get killed by this TIE interceptor, so we will take the red evade because we don't necessarily have a shot, and then we will fly him as close to the edge of the board as he can, and move the bomb rack over here and take the focus in case he gets shot at again. Alright, let's see what our opponents are going to do. So we kind of put ourselves as a juicy target for this red one. We are range 1 in arc. He is gonna do a 4K. We got really lucky with that. He's been doing a lot of 4Ks. Alright, so flip him over. 4K. He doesn't get an action because it was a red maneuver, so he's just stuck there at range 1 for our Mining Guild sentry. Now, the TIE interceptor is got him at range 2 fleeing in arc. So range 2 fleeing, use the second band here. But he is in arc, so we roll. Get a 3, he's going to do a 2 bang towards him. Alright, so let's see where that ends up. Oh, right on top of him. Yeah, so he's just going to take a focus for that shot. And we are likely going to lose our gambler on this time around. Alright. Get range 1 at the Mining Guild tie. So rolling 3 dice. Hit crit. Rolling 3 evade dice. 2 eyeballs. We're going to spend 4 evades and take no damage. Alright, so he's shot, and now it is the Interceptor's turn. He has range 1 on the tie wing. Gets 3 hits. And we spend 1 evade. Whoops. To blink out 1, so we take 2. So first damage card, and then because of the patchwork ship ability, we're going to roll a red dice, and if it's a hit or a crit, then the next damage card is face up. Ooh, we got lucky there. Okay, so 2 regular damage. He is on 1 hull and fleeing for his life. So that is both their turns. White Eye definitely doesn't have a shot. The Mining Guild tie has the range 1 shot, so 3 into 3. But it's no longer going to be modified because he had to use his focus for defense. And that is hit crit. As long as he doesn't roll all natties. Of course he did. Of course he did. Alright, so he's safe from this one, but we get 1 more shot with tie wing. I think he's range 3 shots, so it's going to be 2 into 4. So low chance. 1 hit. You have to have him blink out. And he gets the evade. Alright, so he's still on the board. Very close to getting rid of the Academy pilot, but no luck. The main reason to do that is for getting experience for your pilots. Every time you damage a ship and every time you destroy a ship, you get some experience, and that helps you level them up, make them better, get their initiative higher so they're moving last and shooting first. And that was our move, so we move to turn 8. Turn 8, we get 2 more ties coming in on a vector d6. Vector 2 is over here. Alright, so we got Academy pilots and Academy pilot. Our mining guild guy is in danger. I'm not doing this super precisely, but it'll be okay. Alright, they are their own squadron, so they'll move at the same time, and they'll do the same maneuver. Green is the lead, so it'll be all based on his arc. Alright, so let's set our maneuvers. I think it's time for our Mining Guild tie to leave. He's going to do a 3-turn and try and get out of there. The tie wing does not have a lot of options. He's going to try and play it slow and turn right and maybe get a shot on and finish off this pilot before he goes. And then he's just going off the board so we can complete the mission. Also, he's nearly dead. Alright, so let's make our moves. We've got our Desperate Raider has successfully escaped. our Pirate Recruit is going to do the one bank, which clears his stress, and then that gives him the option to evade again, but he's actually only got one hole left, so he doesn't have much chance in surviving. He's going to focus and try and get a shot and finish off the opponent. One of the opponent ships, or do at least one more damage. And then our Mining Guild Sentry is going to go here and then try and barrel roll to get closer to the board edge so he can fly off next time, because he can only go off this base edge here. So he used his action to barrel roll. Alright, and now we do our enemy ships. Rolled a 2 for the red ship. He has range 2 closing, which uses the close one in arc. Rolled a 2, he's going to 4K again. He just likes to 4K. He's like, I like to flip around. Alright. 4K for him. Okay, and now we've got Pinky here, who he also rolled a 2. He's got range 1 in arc. Rolled a 2. He is going to 3 Senior Loop to the left. Okay. Assuming he doesn't hit an asteroid. Oh, he does, so he's going to undo that. Flip it over. So he's going to do a different move. He's going to... Let me undo that. Alright. He's going to turn sharply to the left then, because he can't loop. Because he's going to swerve. So he ends up swerving left. And there's no way for him to get a shot, so he's just going to evade. At least I'm pretty sure that's the action they'll do on, because that's technically a bank, and a swerve is they take the next sharpest move to try and avoid hitting an asteroid. Alright, so now we look at Green's arc. He has range 3 on range 3 in arc. It's gonna be this band here. He rolls a 3. He's gonna do a 2 bank towards the tie wing. Alright. Where is that asteroid in relation? It's not in the bullseye, so he will not swerve this turn, and he will take a focus to get the shot, which means he's going to also do 2 bank to stay in formation and take a focus. He should have, yeah. Okay, that's all the opponent moves. Does red have a shot on anybody? He does. Wow, okay, he has range 3 obstructed into the Mining Guild tie. Very unlikely to hit. Yeah, he doesn't have a thing, so and he got 2 eyeballs, so we don't have to roll defense. Alright, he's done. Green has got the range 2 obstructed into the tie wing. So he rolled 2 attack die, gets 1 hit. The obstruction gives the +1 defense die. He gets 2 evades, so he's still alive. And then blue gets range 2. He also is obstructed. Okay, so 2 into, he spins for 1, roll 3, we get 1. Alright, so Timing actually survived an extra round, and then pink does not have a shot. And now it's our turn. Alright, Mining Guild tie does not have a shot. White tie is off the board, and the tie wing also doesn't have a shot. He got shot at twice, but didn't have a shot. Okay. We've got all our tokens off the board. I think we do. Okay. And we're advancing to turn 9. Okay, so turn 9. We're just going to fly Mine Guild tie off the board. Oops. We will flip the dial here so we can set it. We're going to fly right in front. No, we've got to turn into these ones if we're going to survive anything, or we can try and escape them off the board. 3 bank might put him here, and then we can barrel roll him to the side, perhaps. We'll see. Can't hurt. He's probably going to die anyway. 1v4. Alright, so we'll go ahead and try, see what happens. Okay. 3 bank was a little too far, and we crashed into the asteroid, so I think... Let me double check. Ship is at range 0. Alright, if ship moves through or overlaps, it suffers 1 damage, then rolls an attack die. So we don't have to suffer a damage to know that Pirate Recruit took too many, crashed into the asteroid, and then we flew off the board with the Mining Guild Sentry. So, yeah, no need to roll any attacks there. We ended up with 2 of our pilots getting off the board, 1 crashing. This is neutral territory on the first mission, which means we will roll 2 attack die to see what our ejection roll for our pilot is. He got a crit and a blank. So for a crit, where's our ejection rolls? I know it's in here somewhere. Is it under experience? Yes, okay. Single crit is nerve damage. Play next mission at 1 rank lower than you have to a minimum of 1. If you have not leveled up yet, your pilot plays next mission at initiative 0. So next mission, the gambler will be at initiative 0. Alright, we're going to do the post-mission evaluation and determine the rewards for our based on the outcome we got. So we were able to keep a pilot alive and on the board, escaping on turn 9, which means that we're going to get a total of 35,000 credits per pilot as the total reward for the mission outcome. Now, because of the way the game works, that gets split 4 ways. So 1 share to each pilot, and then 1 share goes to the company, with half of that going to repairing your patrol boat. So we're going to go over here and get a patrol boat here. So spawn list. Alright, so the model for this one is very rough and not skinned at all, but this is your patrol boat. So you see here it's got some not so great stuff. You see it's got 4 shield tokens that come with it, but the card is showing no shields. That's because the way the ship starts, it has no shields. It has, some systems down. It has, you notice, it has no attacks of any kind. So there's a lot of systems that have to be repaired. It's a very poor quality ship to begin with, and the company share that gets taken out is used for repairing that, but only half of it. The other half is sort of like, lost to the, not lost, but used for paying your ground crew, your maintenance team for your ships, and buying supplies and replacing bombs and repairing the ships and whatnot. That's sort of the thematic reason for the share. So back to the rewards. So we got a total of 105,000 divided by 4 is 26,2500 per, but we don't split. We're doing solid numbers for everyone, which means each pilot is going to get 26,000 credits. The company share is going to be 27. It's going to be divided in 2, and the larger half of that, since 27 doesn't divide evenly, is going to go to the ground crew, and so that leaves us with 13,000 for repairing the golden opportunity. You can name it whatever you want. That's just the default name that that I gave it because it seemed like a nice pirate name for your boarding vessel and patrol ship. And because the company starts with 5,000 for putting into repair for that, that'll be a total of 18,000 credits that we'll have to put into the patrol boat for the mission 1, the first like real mission besides the intro mission here, which is sort of like a tag and keep away because you get to do some damage and then escape without getting shot down. Got a total of 4 XP brought in from the damage done by the miner. Neither of the other 2 ships did any damage, and the gambler got shot down. Which we rolled a nerve damage roll for him, so he's going to be at initiative 0, because -1 initiative, and he's initiative 1 still because he's not going to get enough XP to level up. The XP is pooled, so it's going to be split across all of them. You get to decide where the uneven amount goes. So because there's 4 XP and 3 pilots, and because there's a bonus called Lead by Example, where if one of your pilots earns at least 2 more XP for the pool than anybody else, they get 1 that doesn't go into the pool. So the mining guild's, the miner is going to get 1 automatically, and there is 1 extra distribute, so they'll each get 1. He'll get 1 bonus one automatically, and then we'll give the second one to the Demolitions guy for not getting shot down. So that's going to be the rewards, and we will discuss how they spend them and how they upgrade their boat for Mission 1 when we come back next time. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Go check out the rules in the link in the description, and play a game or 2 with your friends, see how you like it, send me the feedback notes, and I'll see you next time.